वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकं वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेमदेवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ ब्रह्मदेवानां प्रथमः सम्बभूव
ॐ ब्रह्मदेवानां प्रथमः
विश्वस्य कर्ता भुवनस्य गोप्ता
भुवनस्य गोप्ता
स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम्
स ब्रह्मविद्यां सर्वविद्याप्रतिष्ठाम्
अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह
अथर्वाय ज्येष्ठपुत्राय प्राह
अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा
अथर्वणेयां प्रवदेत ब्रह्मा
अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्याम्
अथर्वातां पुरोवाचाङ्गिरे ब्रह्मविद्याम्
स भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह
भारद्वाजाय सत्यवहाय प्राह
भारद्वाजोऽङ्गिरसे परावराम्
भारद्वाजो अङ्गिरसे परावराम्
शौनको ह वै महाशालः
शौनको वै महाशालः
अङ्गिरसं विधिवदुपसन्नः पप्रच्छ कस्मिन्नु भगवो विज्ञाते
कस्मिन्नु भगवतो विज्ञाते
सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवति इति
सर्वमिदं विज्ञातं भवतीति
तस्मै सहोवाच
तस्मै सहोवाच
द्वे विद्ये वेदितव्ये इति स्म
द्वे विद्ये वेदितव्येति स्म
यद्ब्रह्मविदो वदन्ति
यद्ब्रह्मविदो वदन्ति
परा चैवापरा च
परा चैवापरा च
तत्रापरा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदः
तत्रापरा ऋग्वेदो यजुर्वेदः
सामवेदोऽथर्ववेदः
सामवेदो अथर्ववेदः
शिक्षाकल्पो व्याकरणं निरुक्तम्
शिक्षाकल्पो व्याकरणं निरुक्तम्
छन्दो ज्योतिषमिति
छन्दो ज्योतिषमिति
अथ परायया तदक्षरमधिगम्यते
अथ परायया तदक्षरमधिगम्यते
यत्तददृश्यमग्राह्यमहोत्रमवर्णम्
यत्तददृश्यमग्राह्यमहोत्रमवर्णम्
अचक्षुश्रोत्रं तदपानिपादम्
अचक्षुश्रोत्रं तदपाणिपादम्
नित्यं विभुं सर्वगतं सुसूक्ष्मम्
नित्यं विभुं सर्वगतं सुसूक्ष्मम्
तदव्ययं यद्भूतयोनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीराः
तदव्ययं यद्भूतयोनिं परिपश्यन्ति धीराः
यतो ज्ञानाभिसृजते गृह्णते च यथा पृथिव्यामोषधयः सम्भवन्ति
यथा पृथिव्यामोषधयः सम्भवन्ति
यथा सतः पुरुषात् केशलोमानि
यथा पुरुषात् केशलोमानि
तथाक्षरात् सम्भवतीह विश्वम्
तथाक्षरात् सम्भवतीह विश्वम्
तपसा चीयते ब्रह्म
तपसा चीयते ब्रह्म
ततोऽन्नमभिजायते
ततोऽन्नमभिजायते
अन्नात् प्राणो मनः सत्यम्
अन्नात् प्राणो मनः सत्यम्
लोकाः कर्मसु चामृतम्
लोकाः कर्मसु चामृतम्
This mantra we saw, the 8th mantra of the Prathama Mundaka, Prathama Khanda. Then the next mantra, you have to see. In the 8th mantra, the Upanishad, it concluded the discussion. Jagat Karanam Brahma, that discussion it concluded. That is presented, it was presented by presenting the order of Srishti. Tapasa Chiyate Brahma, from Brahma, Avyakta, then Avyakta, Annam, then Prana, Manaha, Satya, Loka, Karma, and Karmapala, which was referred to by the word Amritam, iti. See, Srishti Krama was talked about. Srishti Krama starting from Brahma. Brahma the cause. Brahma the cause of the Jagat. The Tatparyam of the Upanishad is not to present the Srishti. Then why Srishti Krama is talked about? Srishti Krama presented to show that the Srishti is, the Jagat is not different from Brahma. Jagat Karanam Brahma. Jagataha na pratak Brahma. Jagat, Brahma is not different from the Jagat. So the Tatparyam is to show that Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma, and that Brahma Tatu Tum Asi. That is the Tatparyam. Therefore, the Srishti Karma is talked about. Then the next mantra. Next mantra is the continuation of the topic. With that, this section will be concluded. The Srishti Krama, which was talked about in the previous mantra, is concluded in this mantra. In this mantra, we saw the general meaning of the mantra, I think. Tasmad etat Brahma nama rupam annam cha jayate. From that Brahma, this Brahma was born. From that Brahma, Tasmat etat Brahma. Tasmat etat Brahma. From that Brahma, this Brahma was born. Then Rupam Annam Jajayate. Nama Rupam referring to the Srishti. From that Brahma, this Brahma was born, and then from that Rupam Annam, the Srishti, the Jagat, Rupam Annam Jayate was born. Iti, the Upanishad presented. And this was preceded by the visualization of Ishvara. He is Sarvajna, Sarvavit, and that visualization was referred to by the word Tapaha iti. Tapas. Tasmat etat Brahma nama. Tasmat. So you can see a parallel quote from the Taittiriya Upanishad. Tasmat etasmat atmanaha akashas sambhutaha akashat vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adbyah prithvi pratavya oshadhayaha oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha iti. The same, the parallel, the words, the mantra from the Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahmananda Valli. Tasmat, from that Brahma, etat Brahma, this Brahma was born. What is that Brahma and this Brahma? From the mantra, it is not clear. Unless we read the Bhashya, the meaning of the Tasmat, Etasmat. Tasmat is from that. Etad is this. From that, this was born. So we need to read the Bhashyam to understand that. Tasmat referred to the Brahma, the Ishvara. Maya Upadi Sagita Ishvarat Brahmanaha. This Brahma, what Hiranyagarbha was born. From that Hiranyagarbha is Samashti Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Atma Chaitanyam. From that, this Jagat, which is Stula Prapancha, Anatma Prapancha, which is referred to by the word Nama Rupa Jayate, iti the mantra says. Now, we will read the Sangati. Uktam eva artam
Uktam eva artam
upasanjihirषुः
upasanjihirषuः
mantraha vakshyaman artam aha vaksyamanartham aha
mantraha vaksyamanartam aha
vaksyamanartham aha mantraha aha mantra vaksyamanartham aha. The mantra aha tells what? Vaksyamanartham. Vaksyamanartham. Vakshamana is desiring. Vakshamana is that which will be told. Upasanjihirshukhu means desiring to conclude. Upasamhara, Hrudatu, Sananta. So desirous of concluding. Desirous of concluding the subject matter under discussion, the Prakritam Brahma, that is a topic. Uktam eva artham, that which has been talked about in the previous mantra. Uktam eva artham, the subject matter which has been uktam, told in the previous mantra. Now, desirous of concluding the topic, mantraha, vakshamanartham aha. Desirous of concluding the mantra will be telling, the subject matter will be told in this mantra, in this ninth mantra. That is, the topic is going to be concluded. The Srishti topic is going to be concluded with this mantra. Yes sarvajnaha. Okay, we'll read that. Yes sarvajnyas sarvavit.
Yes sarvajnyas sarvavit
Yasya jnanamayam tapaha.
yasya jnanamayam tapaha
Tasmadetat brahmanama.
tasmat etat brahmanama
Rupam annam cha jayate.
rupam annam cha jayate
Sarvajnaha sarvavit yaha. Yasya tapaha. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. Yaha referring to Ishvara. Yaha referring to the Ishvara, the Brahma. And that Ishvara is Sarvajnaha. He is Sarvavit. Yasya Jnanamayam Tapaha. Whose tapas. Whose tapas is in the form of Jnanam. Whose tapas is in the form of Jnanam. Visualization. That is called tapas. Now here, two words are used. Sarvajnaha, Sarvavit. Sarvam janati iti sarvajnaha. Jnadatu, ninth gana, janati. Sarvavit, sarvam veti. Sarvam veti iti sarvavit. Vid dhatu, second gana. So the meaning is the one who knows everything. Sarvajnaha, Sarvavit. Both mean the same. Since the meaning of the words Sarvajnaha, Sarvavit meaning same, two words meaning the same thing will be redundant. Therefore, we have to give the meaning to the words, to each word, different meaning. When these two words are used together, then we have to give a different meaning. It cannot mean the same. So Sarvajnaha is Sarvam Samanyena Brahmatvena Janati. One who knows everything in general. That is called Sarvajnaha. The one who knows that everything is Brahma. Everything is not separate from Brahma. Everything is Brahma. The one who knows. By Jnanam, a Jnani knows. He becomes a Jnani because of this Jnanam. So he is Sarvajnaha. He knows everything is Brahma. This is knowing everything in general. So therefore, this Sarvajnatvam, it is possible for a jiva becoming a jnani. Since everything is Brahma, knowing Brahma is knowing everything. So everything is Brahma. That is Sarvajnatvam. That is what Shaunaka also asked. Tasminna Bhagava Vijñate Sarvamidam Vijñatam Bhavati. By knowing Brahma, one becomes a knower of everything. Therefore, one can become Sarvajna by understanding the teaching of the Upanishad. The teaching is Sarvam Kalu Idam Brahma. That is the Paravidya. That is the Paravidya which Shaunaka asked. Now the other word, Sarvavit. Sarvavit is Sarvam Visheshena Veti Janati iti Sarvavit. The one who knows everything in detail, very particularly. One who knows everything in detail, every particular of the Srishti is known to whom? That is Sarvavit. Who knows that a jiva cannot be a Sarvavit? Why? Because jiva has got the upadhi which is limited. With the limited upadhi, the upadhi being manas, the mind, it is a limited upadhi. Each individual has this upadhi mind, antakarana, which is a means for knowing, and that is limited. So, a jiva, an ordinary jiva, cannot be a sarvavit, but he can be a sarvajna. By gaining the knowledge through the study of the Shastram, understanding that everything is Brahma, that is Sarvajna. Sarvajnatvam is possible for jiva, but to Sarvavetritvam not possible. Sarvavetritvam possible only for Srishtikarta, Ishvara. It is possible only for Ishvara. So, Ishvaraha, because Ishvara has got Samashti Upadhi, Maya Upadhi. Since he has got Maya Upadhi, the Maya of Ishvara doesn't cover Ishvara. It is the Vibhuti of Ishvara. The Maya of Ishvara, the Upadhi of Ishvara, doesn't like in the case of Jiva. In the case of Jiva, he has got Avarana and Vikshepa. Whereas for Ishvara, Ishvara cannot be covered by this Jnana. That's why we say Ishvara is all knowledge. Because he is a Srishtikarta. Since he created the Srishti, therefore he knows everything about the creation. Therefore he is all knowledge. Because he is a creator. The one who creates, he must be knowing, he must be having the knowledge of that is created. Gatakarta. Gatakartaku Gatagyanam asti. A pot maker, before creating a pot, he visualizes a pot, he knows the pot, he has a knowledge of pot, making the pot. He has got that knowledge. He has got the knowledge of making the pot, whereas he doesn't have knowledge of creating a new building. Whereas for Ishvara, like pot maker Ishvara, he has got knowledge of everything because his upadhi is samashti upadhi, maya upadhi, which is superior upadhi. So therefore, he knows everything. He is sarvagyaha, sarvavit. So aparavidya, complete total aparavidya, the knowledge of everything is not possible for jiva. Aparavidya is, you cannot count. It is not countable. So many areas of knowledge, spheres of knowledge are available. A jiva cannot become the knower of everything. Even when he chooses to study, pursue higher study, a particular area is chosen for specialization. Only that area he can know. Whereas Ishvara is specialized in every area, all the areas. Therefore, he is Sarvavit. So therefore, the two words, even though the literal meaning is same, even though the meaning of the two words being same, but we give different meanings. Because when they are used together, it cannot mean the same thing. So, Sarvagyaha, Sarvavit. Yaha, Sarvagyaha, Sarvavit. Yaha referring to Brahma. The Brahma, which is Sarvagyaha, Sarvavit. The Ishvara, Yaha Sarvagyaha, the Ishvara. Brahma, Ishvara, they are not different. And we have seen in the previous mantra, preceding mantras, Brahma was referred to in Napumsakalinga. Yatadadresham agragam, referred to by the word Aksharam. Aksharam Brahma. Aksharam Brahma. Aksharam is Napumsakalinga. So, Brahma was referred to by the word Aksharam, which is Napumsakalinga. In this mantra, it is referred to by the word Yaha. Yaha is Pullinga. Where is the gender? What is the gender for Brahma? There is no gender. It is gender atitaha. It is all the gender, at the same time, above all the genders. So therefore, whether it is yat or yaha or ya, it doesn't matter. The Upanishad uses yaha. So yaha ishvaraha. So yaha ishvaraha. Ishvara is, that is Brahma. We use the word Ishvara. With reference to the creation, we use the word Ishvara. Brahma, with reference to the creation, the Srishti, it gets the name Ishvara. And Ishvara also technical name. Ishvara is the name Ishvara can be used, the word Ishvara can be used referring to Brahma. Or the word Ishvara can be used technically also. Ishvara is Samashti Karana Sharira Abhimani Chaitanyam Ishvara. Similarly, Samashti Sukshma Sharira Abhimani Chaitanyam is Hiranyagarbha or Suttatma. And Samashti Stula Sharira Abhimani is called Virat. This is a technical name. These are technical names. And here, Yaha referring to, because Srishti is created. Therefore, Yaha referring to Ishvara, who is Sarvagyaha, who is Sarvavit. Is Sarvagyaha, knows everything in general, and he is Sarvavit, knows everything in particular. Saha, Yasya Ishvarasya Tapaha, tapas. What tapas? Jnanamayam tapaha. The tapas which is in the form of knowledge. The tapas which is in the form of knowledge. Jnanamayam tapaha. that is the visualization of the srishti, which is going to be projected. That is referred to by the word tapas. In Shastram, in many places we have seen the word tapas means visualization. The visualization of the srishti, which is based on the karma pala, this is based on the samashti karma pala as well as the individual karma pala of the jivas in the previous srishti. Based on that, the new creation is visualized by whom? Ishvara. Because he has got knowledge of everything. Therefore, he recollects the knowledge which is stored in the Maya Upadhi. That recollection, that visualization is called tapas. As we recollect the knowledge of a thing which is stored in the mind using the manas upadhi. Similarly, Ishvara also, he has got the Maya Upadhi. It is his antakarnam. So through the Maya Upadhi, he visualizes. When Maya Upadhi is there, it is referred to by the word Ishvaraha, yaha Ishvaraha, Sarvajnaha, Tasya, Jnanamayam Tapaha. His tapas is visualization. So, Ishvara was tapas in the form of knowledge. From that Ishvara, Tasmat referring to that Ishvara. Maya Upadhi Sagita Brahmanaha Ishvarat Etad Brahma. This Brahma. What Brahma? From that Ishvara, this Brahma, when we say this Brahma referring to Hiranyagarbha, which is the Karya Brahma. Karanam is Ishvara. Karya is Hiranyagarbha. With the reference to the created, created, the Karanam, the cause is the Ishvara. Samashti, Karana Sharira, Abhimani, Atma, Ishvaraha is the Karanam. That is Karanam Brahma. Because since we are talking about Srishti, therefore, Karya, Karana, we talk about cause and the effect. So the cause is Ishvara. And the Karya is, the effect is Hiranyagarbha. So Hiranyagarbha, Karya Brahma. Karana Brahma is Ishvara. So from the Karana Brahmanaha Ishvarat, Karya Brahma Hiranyagarbha Jayate. Karya Brahma is born. And that from that Hiranyagarbha, Karya Brahma, is Stula Prapancha, which is Karyam with reference to Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha becomes the Karanam for the Karya Prapancha, Anatma Prapancha, Jagat, which is referred to by the word Nama, names. All the names are born. All the names. And Rupam. Rupam means forms. Also can mean shape. So Rupam, forms, shape or color, Rupam. Then Annam cha jayate. Here Annam is different. Here Annam is not, doesn't mean Avyakritam as we saw in the previous mantra. Here Annam is referring to, Annam means food only. Adyate iti Annam only. So Rupam Annam cha jayate. Nama Rupam Annam cha jayate means these words referring to Stula Prapancha. From the Hiranyagarbha, the Stula Prapancha was born. Stula Prapancha was born. So from the Karana Brahma, the Karya Brahma Hiranyagarbha was born, and that from that Hiranyagarbha, the Stula Prapancha, the Stula Srishti came into existence. This is what the meaning of this mantra. Now we will read the Bhashyam. Yaha Uktaha Lakshanaha
Yaha
Lakshanaha
Aksharakhyaha
Aksharakhyaha
Sarvajnyaha
Sarvajnyaha
Samanyena Sarvam Janati iti Sarvajnyaha
Samanyena
Sarvam
Janati
Janati
iti
Sarvajnyaha.
Yaha Uktaha, Yaha referring to Uktaha Lakshanaha Aksharakyaha. The word Akshara is of Aksharam. The Brahma was referred to by the word Aksharam, Akshara Vidya. So Aksharam referring to Brahma. Aksharakyaha, Aksharakyaha, Yaha Uktaha, which was told, Uktaha Lakshanaha. This Lakshana was told. Where it is told? Lakshana, Yattadadreshamagrakamagotramavarnam, Achakshashrotram Tadapani Padam, iti told. So, Yaha Uktaha Lakshanaha, Uktani Lakshanani Yasya, Yasya Aksharasya Brahmanaha, which is referred to by the word, which is called Aksharam. Where it is called Aksharam, Ata Paragaya Tadaksharam Madhigamyate. So referred to by the word Aksharam, which is Sarvajnaha, which is Sarvajnaha, all knowing. Samanyena Sarvam Janati. Samanya means general. In general, he knows everything. So Samanyena Sarvam Janati. He knows everything in general. He knows everything in general. Jiva also can know everything in general. Everything in general means that Sarvam Kalugidam Brahma. Everything is Brahma. That is Samanya. Samanyena Sarvam Janati Sarvavit. Sarvajnaha. Then Sarvavit. The next line. Visheshena Sarvam Veti iti Sarvavit.
Visheshena
सर्वं
sarvam
वेत्ति
sarvavit.
इति सर्ववित्.
Visheshena. Particularly, specifically, in detail, Sarvam Veti. He knows everything. He knows everything. Therefore, Sarvavit. He knows everything. Everything in detail. Everything in particular. So that is the difference between a Jiva and Ishvara. Why this difference? Because of Upadhi Veda. Upadhi Veda, therefore there is a difference. A Jiva cannot be a Sarvavit. If Jiva is Sarvavit, then he need not study Upanishad. He need not study Sanskritam. Sanskritam, difficult to study. Why should put a lot of effort to study Sanskritam if he is Sarvavit? Because he knows everything. He knows all the languages. Sanskritam also must be known to Jiva. Then why should put effort to study Sanskritam? He is not Sarvavit. He has got knowledge in general. He is Sarvajnaha. Can become Sarvajnaha by gaining the knowledge. But he cannot become Sarvavit. Therefore, he has to study, he has to put effort to study new knowledge, to gain new knowledge, like Sanskritam, etc. So that is the difference. Upadhi Vedat, there is a difference. And here, Sarvajnaha, Sarvavit, both are referring to the Ishvara. The Sarvajnaha, the word is also used in other places, meaning Jnani, a Jnani. So there it is, it means the person who has gained that knowledge through the study of the Shastram, he has gained the knowledge, he has gained the Nishtha in the Brahma, that is called Sarvajnaha. Here it referring to the Ishvara. Then the next line. Yasya Jnanamayam
Yasya
ज्ञानमयम्
Jnanavikaram eva
ज्ञानविकारम् एव
Sarvajna Lakshanam Tapaha
सर्वज्ञलक्षणं तपः
Na Ayasa Lakshanam
na
आयासलक्षणम्
Yasya Ishvarasya Aksharasya Tapaha, that is Ukta Aksharasya Jnanamayam Tapaha. What is Tapaha? Srijyamana Sarva Padartha Abhigyatva Lakshanam Eva Tapaha. Tika says Srijyamana Padartha Abhigyatva Lakshanam Eva Tapaha. Srijyamana, that is created, Sarva Padartha, all the Padartha, all the objects, the knowledge of all that going to be created or created, the one who has, the one who has the knowledge of all the padartha, all the objects, is called tapaha. Srijyamana sarva padartha abhigyatva lakshanam. That lakshanam is called tapaha. Lakshanam, the lakshanam is having the knowledge of everything of the creation is called tapaha. Here Vashikara says, Jnana vikaram eva, a modification. Vikaram is modification. Jnana vikaram eva tapaha. Jnana vikaram eva sarvagya lakshanam tapaha. Modification. Vikaram is modification. What is that modification? From a modification, the modification of the antakaranam. The modification of the antakaranam of Ishvara, that is called tapaha. Modification of the antakaranam means this antakarana vritti, like that jiva has got antakarana vritti, the modification of the mind. The thought is nothing but the modification of the mind. You have a particular thought. You have got a particular thought in your mind. Then that thought is changing to another thought. So therefore there is a vritti change happens, a modification happens in the antakarana. That is called knowledge. When you recollect the knowledge about a certain thing, a modification happens in the mind. That is called the vikaram, the antakarana vikara, the vritti vikara. For knowledge to take place, the vritti vikara has to happen. Without vritti vikara, the same vritti is that is not knowledge. So, from a pot vritti, from a gata vritti, you're getting a pata vritti. That is a modification. So, the modification of antakaranam. The modification of antakaranam is called vikara. Even when you perceive an object, when you see an object, you see one object, vriksha, tree, and you see another object after that, the mountain, thought modification happens in the antakarana. That is vikaram. When you see the mountain, that time vriksha vritti not there, vriksha jnanam not there, vriksha jnanam changes to parvata jnanam. Parvata jnanam, that change, that is because of change in the vritti vikara. The knowledge is because of the vritti vikara. Similarly, Ishvara, who is sarvajnaha, who is sarvavit, for him also in the Maya Upadhi there is a modification. The modification happens. That is referred to by the word tapaha, the modification of the Upadhi. And this modification of the vritti of the Upadhi depends on the blueprint. The blueprint is there. What is the blueprint? The karma pala of the jivas in the previous creation. That becomes the cause for this modification to happen in the mind of Ishvara. Therefore, jnanamayam sarvagya lakshanam. That is in the form of knowing everything. So, knowing everything, knowing all, that is the tapas of Ishvara. So, for Ishvara, there is no effort. Na ayasa lakshanam. This tapas is not in the form of any effort. The sarvagyatam of Ishvara doesn't involve any effort. So, sarvagya lakshanam na ayasa lakshanam. Sarvagya lakshanam. Sarvagyasya bhavaga sarvagyam. Sarvagyam lakshanam yasya Ishvarasya sarvagya lakshanam. Sarvagya lakshanam referring to the tapas of the Ishvara. And that doesn't involve any physical effort. No effort is involved. Tapas means, tapas in general sense involves effort. Tapas is mortification, self-mortification. Upavasa is a tapas. Going on a pilgrimage by walking is a tapas. Going to the tirtha, snanam, pranayama, etc. All these are tapas. Those involve ayasa, effort. But here the tapas of Ishvara doesn't involve any effort. It is in the form of recollecting, visualization, visualization of what is required for the new Srishti, and which is already there in the mind of Ishvara, Upadi. That is called tapas. Then the next line, Tasmat Yatoktat Sarvajnat
तस्मात्
तस्मात् यतोक्तात्
यथोक्तात्
सर्वज्ञात्
सर्वज्ञात्
Etad Uktam Karyalakshanam Brahma
एतत्
एतत्
उक्तं
उक्तं
कार्यलक्षणं ब्रह्म
कार्यलक्षणं ब्रह्म
Hiranyagarbhakyam Jayate.
हिरण्यगर्भाख्यं
हिरण्यगर्भाख्यं
जायते.
जायते
So Tasmat referring to Ishvarat. That Karana, Brahmanaha, which talked about, Yasya Jnanamayam Tapaha iti, Tasmat, that's why Yata Uktat, which was talked about. Talked about where? In the previous mantra and also the first line of this mantra, talked about. From that Brahma, Ishvarat, Etad Brahma, Uktam Karya Lakshanam Brahma. Etad Brahma also is Uktam. Where it is Uktam, Pranaha Manaha iti, it was Uktam in the previous mantra. And that is Karya Lakshanam Brahma, which is the Karya, the product. Karya Brahma. And it has got a name, Hiranyagarbha, Kyam, called by the name Hiranyagarbha, Jagate. So Samashti Sukshma Prapancha is born. Hiranyagarbhakyam, that is Hiranyagarbhakyam from the Maya Upadika Brahmanaha Hiranyagarbha, which is Samashti Sukshma Prapancha, is born. So Hiranyagarbha is born. Then the next line. Kincha nama
किञ्चनाम
नाम
असौ देवदत्तः यज्ञदत्तः इत्यादि लक्षणम्
असौ
असौ
देवदत्तः
देवदत्तः
यज्ञदत्तः
यज्ञदत्तः
इत्यादि
इत्यादि
लक्षणम्
लक्षणम्
रूपम् इदं शुक्लं नीलम् इत्यादि
रूपम् इदं
रूपम्
शुक्लं
इदं
नीलम्
शुक्लं
इत्यादि
नीलम् इत्यादि
अन्नं च व्रीहियवादि लक्षणं जायते
अन्नं च
अन्नं च व्रीह्यवादि
लक्षणं
लक्षणं
जायते.
जायते
पूर्वमन्त्रोक्तक्रमेण इति अविरोधः द्रष्टव्यः
पूर्वमन्त्रोक्तक्रमेण इत्यपि
So kincha nama. Is my voice audible?
Yes, Ji. Yeah.
Because when you chanted last part of
Yes,
the
Guruji.
not clear. Okay. Kincha, moreover, nama, names are born. Nama Rupa referring to Jagat. Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa, or you can say it is words and its meaning. Padartha. So Nama names like Asau Devadattaha, he is Devadatta. Asau Devadattaha, Yajnadattaha, he is Yajnadatta. Devadatta, Yajnadatta are the names of the person. Names of the person. Some names, it's all these are the names. Whenever example is given in the Shastram, they use the word Devadatta, Yajnadatta, Somadatta, iti. The names are born. Not only this, all the other names also. Vriksha, Parvata, Nadi, Sagara, all the names. Ityadi Lakshanam. Nama means Ityadi Lakshanam. Ityadi Lakshanam are born. Jayate. Rupam. Rupam also born. Idam Shuklam, Idam Neelam. Rupam here referring to the color, or it can be taken as a form also. Bhashyakara says Shuklam, Neelam Ityadi, white, blue, Ityadi, the colors. We can take the Rupam as a form also. The form is whether it is Stula form, fat, all the lean, all the forms. Rupam, Lakshanam, Ityadi. Vrigi Yavadi Lakshanam. Vrigi Yavadi Lakshanam referring to Annam. Vrigi is paddy. Yavadi is barley. So all these were born. So Rupam, Rupam, Nama Rupam Annam Jayate. Nama Rupa Annam Jayate. Devadatta Yajnadattadi Lakshanam Nama Shukla Niladi Lakshanam Rupam Vrigiyavadi Lakshanam Annam Jayate is born. Now, iti avirodaha drashtavyaha. So, Srishtikrama was talked about in the previous mantra. Therefore, there is no contradiction. There should not be seen any contradiction between the previous mantra and this mantra. The same order is formed. Avyakrta is not mentioned. Avyakrta is, what was the order talked about? From the Brahma, Avyakrta, then Annam, then Prana, Manaha, Satyam, Loka, Karmani, then Karmapala, that is Amritam. So therefore, after the lokas are created, then human beings come. That is not mentioned in the previous mantra. So therefore, we have to follow the same order. That is from Avyakta Annam to Prana to Manaha, then Satyam, then Loka. Loka means human beings come, then Nama comes, Rupa comes, all the forms come, then Annam also come. Annam means food. That is, all these are born from Hiranyagarbha. Then if human beings are created, Srishti is there, then what will happen? They will do karma. Karma and therefore karma pala. So this is the order. Therefore, no contradiction in the order should be seen. It should match with the Srishti Krama. So, Iti Bhashyakara says, so the Srishti. So in this mantra, Ishvara was presented as Sarvajna Sarvavit, is a Srishtikarta, and everything came out, everything was created from this Aksharam Brahma, and therefore this Srishti is not different from Brahma, it is superimposed on Brahma. It is Adhyaropitam. Brahmane Adhyaropitam. This entire creation which is Nama Rupa, which is meant for the karma pala bhoga, for experiencing the results of karma by the jiva, which is based on the result of the previous Srishti. So therefore, this how the Srishti is created. So with this mantra, the Paravidya topic is completed. With the last mantra of this Pratama Kanda, the topic of Paravidya is completed. Then the next Mundaka starts, next Kanda starts, where Aparavidya is going to be talked about. And then again, Paravidya will be talked about. This is how the Upanishad will present. Now, since we completed the Pratama Kanda, let us have a quick review of the summary of the mantras. The Upanishad started with the mantra Brahma Devanam Pratama Sambhabhova iti. Through that mantra, the parampara, the Guru Shishya parampara was talked about. Guru Shishya parampara was talked about. How this knowledge was transferred from the Brahma to his disciple Atharva iti. Starting from that up to it has come down to Shonaka. So Guru Shishya parampara was talked about. From Brahmaji is Pratama Sambhavuva Pratamaha. From him, the knowledge was transferred. So, the glorification of Vidya is done through the presentation of Guru Shishya Parampara. So, first two mantras talked about the glorification of the Vidya, Brahma Vidya. Then how the Shaunaka approached his teacher. Shaunaka, he approached Angiras following the protocol. Vidivat Upasanna Papracha. Following the protocol, he approached the teacher, Angiras, and he asked the question, Kasmin Bhagavo Vijnate Sarvamidam Vijnatam Bhavati Iti. Then after that, from the next mantra onwards, these are the words of the teacher, Angiras. So Angiras answers. The fourth mantra, Angiras said, two types of Vidyas are there. Even though Shaunaka asked about Paravidya, but teacher gives the knowledge, the complete knowledge, total knowledge, presents a whole topic, presents subject matter completely. Therefore, he talks about Aparavidya also. Therefore, he starts saying that. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Ji. Yeah.
Yes, Ji.
Yes, Ji.
Okay.
Okay.
So, two types of Vidya are talked about. Paravidya, Aparavidya. Dve Vidya Viditavya. Two Vidyas are to be known. Paravidya, Aparavidya iti. Iti Brahma Vidaha Vadanti. The knowers of Brahma talk about two types of Vidya. Paravidya, Aparavidya. What are those Aparavidya? In this mantra, fifth mantra, Aparavidya were mentioned. Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, all the four Vedas and the six Vedangas, they are Aparavidya. Even though the Upanishad, which talks about Paravidya, it is at the end of the Veda, all the four Vedas, but still it is Aparavidya. The knowledge what is conveyed by the Upanishad, that is Paravidya. The knowledge is Paravidya, but Upanishad is Aparavidya. Iti, we saw, Audi Bhashakara presented, they show the difference between Paravidya and Aparavidya. Then the Aksharam Brahma, that is Paravidya. Paravidya is presented in this mantra, starting from this sixth mantra up to the end of this section, ninth mantra. Paravidya is presented. The Paravidya, Aksharam Brahma is presented. In the sixth mantra, the Lakshanam of Brahma. The Lakshanam of Brahma was talked about. Brahma is Adresham, Agragyam, Akotram, Avarnam, Achakshashotram, Apanipadam iti talked about. In this mantra, the two important words are used. One is Vibhum, other one is Bhutayoni. These two words are further elaborated in the next two mantras, 7 and 8, which is Bhutayoni, the cause of the creation. Bhutayoni, Bhutanam Yonihi. Then it is Vibhum, Vividam Bhavati iti Vibhum. So the Bhutayoni that is elaborated in this mantra, seventh mantra. How it is the cause of the Bhutas. Through three Drishtanta, it is presented. One is spider example, then another one is Oshadi, then Keshalomani. So through these three examples, how Brahma is Bhutayoni talked about. Then, since Brahma is Bhutayoni, therefore the Srishti Krama is talked about, the order of creation. That is from the mantra 8, that is from the mantra 8th mantra, 9th mantra. The Srishti Krama I talked about, that we saw in very, very elaborately. The Srishti Krama, that is Brahma first does the visualization. From that Avyakta, Annam, then Prana, Manaha, Satyam, Lokaha. Then once Loka is created, then Nama, Rupa, that is called Loka. Then Annam created for the food created for the created beings. Then the created beings, human beings, etc., they do karma. And therefore karma pala will be there, which is referred to by the word Amritam. And therefore the Srishti continues. Iti, the topic is concluded with the creation of this Virat Prapancha, Sola Prapancha, which includes all the names and forms. With this, the topic of Paravidya is completed. The introduction to Paravidya is completed. Paravidya is not completed. The introduction to Paravidya. This is only an introduction. Further, it is going to be elaborated later. In the other sections, we will see. Now, the second section starts. That we will start. We'll start in the next class. So, the second section will be the topic of Aparavidya. Because Shaunaka said Paravidya, Aparavidya both should be known. Therefore, he's going to talk about Angiras. Angiras said both Paravidya and Aparavidya should be known. Therefore, he's going to talk about Aparavidya in the second section of the first Pratama Mundaka, which we will see. We'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः जी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद जी
धन्यवादः जी